According to a United States of America official speaking to CBS News, North Korean leader Kim Jong Un is planning a meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin later this month. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss the potential provision of weaponry to Moscow in support of its ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The exact location of the meeting in Russia remains undisclosed, with the initial report coming from the New York Times. The potential meeting between the leaders of Russia and North Korea follows recent developments in arms negotiations between the two nations, as stated by the White House. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby informed the press that Russia's defense minister had recently journeyed to North Korea to persuade Pyongyang to supply artillery ammunition to Russia. Following this visit, Putin and Kim exchanged letters, expressing their commitment to enhancing bilateral cooperation. United States intelligence indicates that after Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu visited North Korea, another delegation of Russian officials traveled to Pyongyang for further discussions regarding a potential arms agreement. John Kirby urged North Korea to cease its arms negotiations with Russia and adhere to its public commitment not to provide or sell weapons to Russia. He emphasized that the United States would take direct action, including imposing sanctions, against individuals and entities facilitating the transfer of weapons between Russia and North Korea. Kirby highlighted that potential agreements could involve significant quantities and multiple types of munitions from North Korea, which Russia would employ in its ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Such an agreement would contravene multiple United Nations Security Council resolutions. He concluded by stating the United States' commitment to identifying, exposing, and countering any Russian efforts to acquire military equipment from North Korea or any other state willing to support the war in Ukraine. Adrienne Watson, a National Security Council spokesperson, referenced Sergei Shoigu's recent visit to North Korea, which involved discussions about Pyongyang potentially supplying artillery ammunition to Russia. She noted that there is information suggesting Kim Jong Un anticipates continued discussions, including leader-level diplomatic engagement in Russia. In July, both Russia and China dispatched high-level delegations to North Korea, marking the first visits by top foreign officials since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. During this visit, Kim provided Russia's defense minister, Shoigu, with a tour of North Korea's weaponry and missile exhibits, as depicted in photos released by North Korean media. This recent warning about Pyongyang potentially supplying weapons to Russia comes nearly a year after U.S. officials alerted the Russian Ministry of Defense's efforts to purchase rockets and artillery shells from North Korea for use in the Ukraine conflict. This information was based on a revised United States intelligence finding. Additionally, it was noted that Russia had utilized Iranian-made drones to target Ukrainian towns.